Hello world and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mr.DissPlay and today I will talk about my experience playing Wuthering Waves. And yes, in case you're wondering, this is Ling Yang's face on my face. So let's talk about the game. Wuthering Waves is here, and after playing the game for hours, here are my thoughts about the game. And I'll start with the developers. The developers are insane. They keep sending all these gifts our way like it's Christmas or someone's birthday party. So far, they have sent us 10 illustrious tides as an apology for all the fiasco that happened on launch day. And by the way, illustrious tides is the currency you use to wish on the standard banner. Anyways, the reason the developers apologize is because on launch day some players weren't able to log in or had their game crash constantly, which is expected to happen anyways. All games go through this on their launch day. Either way, they sent us 10 illustrious tides for that, and I'm more than happy to take them, even though for me personally I didn't face any issues on launch day. And 2 days after that, they sent 10 radiant tides as another apology since the hotfixes they made so far didn't solve all the problems. Radiant tides is the currency you use to wish on the limited banner. And lastly, yesterday they decided to give players one free 5 stars character selector as a thank you gift for the players. What makes this even crazier is the fact that you can go right away and select the 5 stars character you want right now. Like, usually when the developers of a game want to act nice and let players choose a strong character or weapon, they usually let the players grind for hours and maybe even days in order to finally be able to get the character or item they want. But in Wuthering Waves, this is not the case. In the last gift they gave us, you can select the 5 stars character you want right away. How insane is that? Honestly, I can't wait to see what they'll give us on the first anniversary of the game. I think they'll give us 83 polls or something to that extent. So, enough talking about the developers and let's talk about the game itself. The first thing that captured my attention is the variety of the creatures that you can fight in this game. There are tons of different wildlife that you can fight and collect resources from. Like, this is actually insane, especially for a game as a service type of game, because there's going to be so many updates over the years, and it is of course expected to add more types of monsters to the game. I mean, the game was just released and I already came across a traffic light monster, puffy fishes, a monster truck, literally, regular humans, a spiky monster, gorillas. Oh, hold on, I'm having my ass kicked. Weird-headed monkeys, bulls, rock humans, and so on. This is a great variety of monsters for a game that just came out, and to be honest, I'm not sure if the game is going to be consistent when it comes to introducing a great variety of monsters each patch, but I guess we'll wait and see how it'll work. And when it comes to the playable characters, you can only go around with 3 characters, and as a Genshin player, I miss having a 4th team member on the ground. Having only 3 characters at a time kinda feels too little, but maybe it'll grow on me and I'll get used to it. And when it comes to exploration, it is so much fun, especially that you don't have to lose stamina while exploring. You lose stamina only during fights, and to be honest, when I first heard about the stamina thing, I thought to myself, what difference is this going to make? And it turned out it makes a huge difference. Now I don't have to worry about losing stamina at all. I can sprint however I want without any worries, and I think that this is the type of feature that you don't know that you want, and once you have it, you can't imagine living without it. I wish more open world games would do the same. Also, there is no climbing in this game. Characters can just run on walls and perform parkour moves until you make it to the top. And again, I wish all games would do that from now on, since climbing is a very tedious part of exploring. One very interesting feature the game has is echoes. You collect echoes by defeating monsters you come across, and then you absorb them into this thing. And once that's done, you can summon these monsters to come fight with you during battles. Like, it's a very cool concept. It actually made me more eager to go around and fight anything I come across just to absorb them and see what they'll do once I summon them during battles. And now let me talk about the negatives. And let's start with the dodging feature. I really liked the concept, because I thought it'll increase the depth and the complexity of fighting in this game. And this is how it works. Once an enemy is about to hit you with a charged attack, they'll flash a purple light. Once you see the purple flash, you have to press the dodging button to dodge the hit, and then press the attack button to attack them. In theory, this looks great, but in reality, it's very underwhelming, because enemies take forever to do the type of attack that will trigger the purple light. So rather than waiting for them to do the charged attack, you might as well just keep spamming them until they die, since it'll do the job faster. There's no reward when it comes to dodging, and one way to fix that is once you successfully dodge an attack, your next hit will do a higher damage. This way, players will be incentivized to pay attention for the purple light and dodge. One thing that I find a bit scary is that the weapon banner uses a different currency than the character's banner. I don't know why, but having two different currencies kinda made me nervous. Maybe because I'm afraid that in the future I might waste all my Primo gems and buy the character banner currency. So let's say I just bought 50 wishes for the character banners, and somehow I got lucky and I managed to get the 5 stars character on my first 10 pulls. This means that now I have extra 40 wishes I don't know what to do with. I could have used that 40 wishes on the weapon banner and tried to get the 5 stars weapon, or at the very least increase the pity. But since the weapon banner uses a different currency, I can't do that. You're probably thinking now that this isn't a big deal and I could simply just make 10 pulls at a time rather than buying all 40 or 50 wishes at once. And that's a valid point. But I also think that arguing that there's no need to have two different currencies for character banners and weapon banners is a valid point as well. Also, I think that having more currencies might deter away new players, especially those who are new to gacha. I mean, the game now has Afterglow Coral, Oscillate Coral, Astrid, Radiant Tide, Forging Tide, Lustrous Tide, and lastly, Lunit. Oh, and there's also the real currency, the one you use for trading. That one is called Shell Credit. And I understand that having 30 different currencies is a problem in gacha games in general, but I think that Wuthering Waves is not helping by adding one more currency. Anyways, these are my thoughts so far. I'll probably have a lot more to say once I play the game longer. And what about you? What do you think of the game? Let me know down in the comments. And thank you for watching this far, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.